taking place, breaking norms, setting trends. Wage of the day, uncontained, making space, cultivating grace. Yeah. Word of the day. Filling space. Converging minds on the same page. Every day, every way. Word of the day. Word of the day. Conversation. Yeah. Be alright, be alright. Life is strange, full of pain. Joy and happiness is all the same. But you have to reclaim. Become your best self. Stop tripping off what people say. Don't you know it's gonna be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. Lift your hands. Do it, y'all. Come on, better, 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 better. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Better, 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 better. Man, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? Y'all know what it is. It's Wade's Word of the Day. Closing out the week strong. I don't know about you, but I'm excited, thankful, and grateful to be in this space on tonight. Need everybody just to clap it up one time, show some love up in here. It's Friday, so I think we all TGIF. Excited and happy about it and all of that good stuff. I don't know about you, man, but I'm grateful and thankful, man, just to experience another Friday and just to be hanging out with each and every one of you. So do me a favor, go ahead and tag, text, and tell somebody. Tell them to come on in the space. Go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to do the same thing. You can also hit those stars and hit that like and that heart button and all of that good stuff. Come on, take the first 30 seconds and go ahead and do that for your boy real quick. Do that for your boy real quick. I will appreciate it. Well, I certainly would appreciate it. On tonight, Ray, thank you for popping into the space tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who else is rocking with us on this evening? Yeah, we see a few folk who have made their way into the space. Good to see you. Good to see you. So I'm trying out, I'm trying out a new navigating source, if you will. And so y'all just let me know, how it's looking and how the sound is coming through and all of that good stuff, because I'm testing a new system. And then we also want everybody to make sure that you go over there and subscribe on the YouTube side, Pastor R.D. Wade, Long Hill Bible Church over there on the YouTube side, specifically Pastor R.D. Wade's side. Make sure that you subscribe over there. And, in a month, we're going to try to, navigate everybody over into those spaces, that space as well. Matter of fact, we want that to kind of be our space in the near future over there on the YouTube street. So make sure that you are getting connected, that you have clicked the notification so that when we go live, you'll be able to see all of that good stuff. Shakira, thank you for coming in as well. Who else is hanging out with us tonight? Go ahead and text and tell some folk to come on into space tonight. Am I lagging? Look, I'm looking for instructions from you all to let me know how we are looking tonight. This is the first time we're using this particular system to help us go live and everything like that. So you're going to be, you're going to measure what it looks like in comparison to what we used to flow with and how we used to navigate. And while you're doing that, I guess we can, you know, Friday is getting kind of close to the end of summer and everything like that. So let's we might as well start off like this little backyard barbecue. This weekend is the last time you may be able to, have that little backyard barbecue and all of that good stuff. So here we go, just a little bit of something on a Friday.
Come on, come on. Yeah, yeah, extended version. Yeah, come on. I heard it the bar. Say you got it going on. Yeah, some of that dope by job, baby. We got you dripping wet. Yeah, the way we make you sweat. Give me some of that dope by job, baby.
Right from the beginning. Little backyard boogie and all of that stuff. I just want to talk to you about three things tonight. And this is all kind of, based on my week. In the comment section, let me know how you're doing and everything, how your week has been going so far. But tonight, I just kind of want to, talk about three things in comparison to my week, right? So I think you all saw I kind of put together a new avatar and all of that stuff. I posted that over the last couple of days. Have you had a chance to see the avatar? Let me know what you think about that and all of that good stuff. If you've had a chance to check that out. I don't know what I did with it. Maybe I can pop it into space at some point or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so, new avatar and all of that good stuff, Did anybody get a chance to check that out? So go ahead and do it. And, while we're thinking about it, pop on over there and get some of that swag. We're getting into the winter season and everything. Get your little sweatshirt, hoodie, and
here we go. Are you getting up or getting down? Somebody say hello, feel is home. You know how we do it in this space. We're trying to get our healing. Hey, it's Wayne's word of the day. Wayne's word of the day. Wayne's word of the day. Wayne's word of the day.
Yeah, go get some of that swag. Don't look at the neighbor. Yeah, I'm talking.
You talking to me? Yeah, I think you're talking to you.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. LHBCswag.com. Go over there and get some of that swag coming into the winter months. Kids are going back to school. You're looking for a backpack and all of that stuff. Go get some of that Wade's Word of the Day swag and, let your kids, your grandkids go back to school in style and all of that kind of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So my week, I want to hear about your week as well in the comments section if you don't mind, but my week. I had a long conversation with someone this week, and we were just talking about, how people push your buttons and all of those different things. And I was like, listen, I don't even really trip off of a lot of that stuff and all of that. And the next day I was like, you spoke it up. you spoke it up because the next day, shots fired. You feel what I'm saying? Folk trying to test you and all of that kind of stuff or whatever. And I just began to think about this word, recognize, right? And back in the day, we used to be like, you better recognize, And I started thinking about a story from way back when I was coaching basketball, AAU basketball, and And, and back at that time I was, you know, you know, I didn't smile as much as I smile now. You know what I mean? And anything could just kind of just like irritate me, just kind of. And so I'm coaching. I'm trying to get these kids together, and we're playing against a team, and we're kind of up in a space where, needless to say, it wasn't a whole lot of folk who kind of looked like us, who looked like me, and the kids that I was bringing up there. And we're doing our thing or whatever, and all of a sudden the coach start, choppy, 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 because we like beating the brakes off of 'em. We're killing. You know what I mean? And then he turns and he starts talking smack to me, and then I was like, "Listen, don't let this purple shirt fool you. You better recognize." You follow what I'm saying? Made me think about that story, and then it made me think about another story. Me and my family, we're in Hollywood, California. Hollywood, California. My mom and my aunties and everything. We're going to the Rose Bowl. Going to the Rose Bowl because my cousin Sean played for Ohio State at that time, and they had made it to the Rose Bowl. That was the team that had Eddie George and who won the Heisman Trophy, and some other folk who were really good football players. And my cousin Sean, he was the starting guard, offensive guard on that team. So me and my whole family kind of made that. I was already living out west, but they came west, and then we drove over the mountains into sunny California. And they wanted to see Hollywood. And I tried to explain to them that Hollywood is not like what you see on the screen. Yeah, Hollywood is kind of different. So we're in Hollywood. They decide they want to roll by a Kmart. Can you imagine that? We're in Hollywood and there's a Kmart or something to that effect. And so I'm in the vehicle with my dad and with my uncles and everything, and they going over into the store or whatever. Next thing you know, they they're coming back to the vehicle, and they huffing and puffing, and I hear somebody screaming out from the store, these other ladies or whatever. Because apparently when they went in there, there was a skirmish that went down. Uh, I think the statutes of limitations have passed. No, somebody got beat down, and it wasn't anybody in my family. So they coming back, and so people, and they shout loud. They say to us, "Take that stuff back to Compton." And then my aunt Maddie, I probably shouldn't have said her name. It's out the bag now. My aunt, she screams out, she was like, "We ain't from no Compton. We from Warren, Ohio. You better recognize." You know what I mean? Just imagine. Warren, Ohio, out in Hollywood. And somebody is saying, "You better recognize," right? And oftentimes when you're saying that word, "you better recognize," in other words, you're basically saying you need to see me as I am, right? You better see me as I am, beyond the facade, beyond the perception, beyond what you might think that I am. You better see me as I am, because if you don't see me as I am, you might get caught slipping. You understand what I'm saying? You might get caught slipping. And I think oftentimes that's what happens with me, right? What happens with me is because I really don't allow certain things to like kill my energy. I really don't. And I've come a long way as it relates to that. But I'm just like in a space where I don't want to be arguing, and I don't want to be fussing, and I don't want to be doing all of those particular things. And so now a lot of things I just don't have the energy for it. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody picking up what I'm putting down? I just don't have the energy at all. And so and then the other thing, I'm just not bothered by it. When you've been doing some of the things that I've been doing for a long time, dealing with people for a long time, you just come to a place where you understand, man, you're dealing with human beings, you're dealing with adults, and adults are going to be adults, and people are going to be people, and all of that kind of stuff. And so, a lot of things now just really, and I'm being really honest, just don't bother me, because as I got older, one of the things that I began to understand and realize was, man, I don't want uh, to waste my time on things that waste my energy, because energy is fading, right? As we get older, energy is fading. And so I want to maximize all of the energy, right, that I have left. And so I don't want to waste my time on things that try to rob me of my energy, specifically over things that don't even really matter, that I'm not even really tripping off of or whatever. But I think because I have that demeanor now, a lot of times people kind of take that, or can try to take that as if it's a weakness. But then there's those moments when I have to be like my, Aunt Maddie, or I have to be like that moment when I was coaching basketball and kind of be like, hey, you better recognize. You understand what I'm saying? You better recognize. And that's just, that's just kind of these truths. It's kind of like, Peter, he's trying to rock with Jesus, but then he has, these moments, when he's over there and he's trying to convince them folk, I don't know him. Then they work his nerve a little bit, and then he kind of says, hey, you better recognize. And then, even in the garden, we see a little something about Peter, he's trying to, do this thing, walk this straight and narrow, but he got, yeah. And so, I think, and so I began to think about all of those moments, and just began to say to myself this week, there are in fact times when people really, well, let me say it like this. I started thinking about it because it's like, now I really don't want to be operating in facades. You know what I mean? I don't want to be kind of misrepresenting in a real way, who I am. And so, who I am today, like I said, is really kind of like laid back. I mean, the buzzword now is like we outside, and I gotta be honest, I don't want to be outside. just I just, I just don't. There was a time when I was always outside, and now I'm just like at a place where I'm really good with just being home. I just, and matter of fact, now a lot of times if I'm outside too long, I'm just like, yo, I need to get inside. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. It's just one of those things. And so now, when I think about that and how I kind of like changed my, approach, and not as short, you know, uh, more outgoing than well, in these latter years than I've been in a long time, if you will. It amazes me sometimes how people sometimes look at that and don't understand. Hey, wait a minute now. You know, I ain't always been doing this. You know what I mean? I ain't always been doing this. You feel what I'm saying? So recognize. So that's just, one thing that I've been thinking through this week, that word, thinking about that word. Number two, fear not. Fear not. I've been thinking about that word, and this comes out of the episode with the bat, and I kind of told you about that on Monday and all of that. I won't go back, regurgitate all of everything that happened as it relates to that. But just um, seeing that and experiencing that, fear not. That some things come as a part of life, even if they are unexpected but you still have to uh, try to get to a place in a space where you temper your fear, where you have to push past your fear and you have to exercise your faith. And I don't know who I'm talking to on this Friday night, but I just want to encourage somebody tonight. You know, life has caused you to always lean in as it relates to your fear, right? Um, fear of doing this, fear of doing that, fear of being here, and fearful of being there, fearful of stepping out to find out, fearful of taking on a new challenge and a new opportunity, fearful, just fearful. And I just want to encourage somebody tonight, fear not, fearful about the impeding election and, just afraid of, this one, just fearful of all of these things. And I just want to encourage somebody tonight, fear not, that things may come unexpectedly, but we must learn how to lean in or lean on our faith and not on our fears. So I just want to encourage somebody tonight. Hey, fear not. You feel what I'm saying? That's a little Bible.
That's the Bible, y'all.
Yeah. So don't lean in on your fears. Lean in on your faith and all of that good stuff. Somebody go ahead and show some love tonight for that. So fear not. So that's the second thing. Fear not. Whatever it is. There is an opportunity that's waiting on you, but you got to move past your fear, right? You're about to see something new, discover something new. Push in faith, not in fear. And then the last thing, a lot of these things that happened this week came unexpectedly. In other words, not as expected. Who would have thought that after such a wonderful Sundays with LHBC, wonderful afternoon and evening, if you will, with family, that the unexpected would come, not as expected. And certainly life is like that, right? Some things come that are unexpected. But in those moments, we've got to learn how to bob and weave. We've got to learn how to move organically. And can I suggest to somebody tonight that our world is tossing and turning, and all of these unexpected things are coming into our spaces and into our places. And that doesn't necessarily mean that all of that is bad. Sometimes the unexpected comes to shift you from your stagnation. Sometimes the unexpected comes to move you and to motivate you. It comes as a message, to bring clarity that maybe you're not where you need to be, but you need to press on to where you ought to be. Sometimes it comes as a message to bring clarity about, hey, redirection, right? Redirection or renewal. All of these things, sometimes these unexpected moments come to shift us from the status quo, to shift us from the comfortable, to put us into uncomfortable positions that would cause us to look at our problems and not see them as problems, but to see them now as possibilities. So I wonder tonight, is there anybody tonight, like me, you saw some unexpected things, but those unexpected things caused you now to research and to learn something that you never learned before, to investigate, to look at, to see a different perspective as it relates to certain things. Is there anybody in the space tonight who's picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, not as expected. And too many of us get so locked in to the mundane, the everyday thing that when the unexpected shows up, it causes us to, get into a kind of fetal position instead of standing tall and rising up and saying, what am I learning from this? How can I grow from this? What is this trying to teach me? What is this saying to me? So those are the three things. Yeah, recognize. You ought to want people to see you in your authentic self. Not in the caricature, not in this kind of pseudo masking that we kind of do. You should want people to see you as you are. Yeah, better recognize. You ought to learn how to lean into your faith and to fear not. Challenges in life will come. That's a part of life. That's part of being a human being. But fear not. And then finally, sometimes things come unexpectedly, and how you handle it, how you embrace it, how you grow from it, how you learn from it is really the true test of who you are. So those are my three things on tonight that I want to leave you with on this Friday night. I figure we can kind of bounce up out of here with a little something, a little bit of music. Y'all let me know if you're feeling this one. Now, I just like go-go music, and so let's just rock a little bit to it, and y'all let me know if you're feeling it. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming in. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and hit those stars. Hit that stars button. We've been asking everybody to do the 300 stars. That's simply $3. Go ahead and do that for your boy. I certainly would appreciate it. I certainly would appreciate it if you do it. Come on, help a brother out.
Say what?
Yeah, help a brother out. Help a brother out tonight. Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Don't look at somebody else. This is a message for you.
Message.
Yeah, so go ahead and hit that stars button and everything like that. And while you're doing it, let's rock out tonight on a Friday night. And I gotta get out of here. Y'all know what it is. Wait, you heard it today. We're here every Wednesday.
I'm ready to go to detox. Definitely Brandon can get on detox. You hear that? Did you hear that? Love the niggas
Let's try to
You gonna work on Drew too.
for your spot.
Drew was coming too. Play that I love you. Happy you did me. Happy you conversation. Outrageous. You smile, and I smile, and I say, hey,
I love y'all so much. Talk to you real soon. We out of here. Thanks, everybody. Hey.
and play. Let's play this.